This is the second in our series of Fireside Chats. This time we are lucky enough to have Thomas and Sven with us to talk about co-innovation and SAP's program related to co-innovation for our on-demand solutions. Sven, why don't you tell us what was the thinking behind, or what's co-innovation fundamentally?
For me, co-innovation is a state of mind. It is not a program, it is not a group, it is not something that you run as a project. It's really a state of mind which reduces the layers between the one who codes and the one who uses. And at SAP we tend to have a lot of layers in between. So what co-innovation at the end of the day is, it gives us some guidance, it teaches, it helps us to reduce those layers, so we really do more for the market, more for the end user.
So my next question would be in terms of specifically around SAP's philosophy on co-innovation and some of the background thinking that went in shaping the program for SAP and how you all got involved in it. So some of that background would help our audience in better understanding how you interplay with the rest of the efforts at SAP.
Actually, that journey begins in a perfect world before we even start coding. So we have ideas about future solutions, we bring in customers and we interview them, we'll fine-tune those ideas, and once we nail it down and we want to get started with the development process, we come to a point where we have selected 5 to 10 customers for a solution, and then we really make this journey together with them through the entire development process with a monthly cadence or bi-weekly cadence if needed, so that we have close interaction all along the way of development. We share whatever we develop with them along the way, we collect immediate feedback, and we fine-tune the solution.
So do you see this cultural shift happening at SAP where this kind of design thinking or co-innovating and co-designing a solution with customers sitting pretty much on the developer's shoulder and explaining their problems to them, is this something which is being taken up by the rest of SAP?
We see that on many levels, where our product management, our developers now pushing us really hard to bring in more customers and set up more meetings. So they see the value of working with customers, working closely with them, getting immediate feedback, and really help them fine-tune their product, iron out some of the bugs early on, and really help them to build that perfect product. So they are now really breathing down our neck, saying we need more, we need more, we need more. Where 2 and 3 years back when we started the initiative, it was more the other way around, that we had to push, and along with lean and agile development that was introduced at that time, that was a perfect way for us to bring in co-innovation and go to monthly cadences with customers and bring customers to the table.
What are some of the best practices that you've found out and would recommend for the rest of the organization to follow for the other product lines? Maybe make it even more people-centric and customer-centric for the rest of SAP by saying, hey, these are the 5 things or the 10 things that need to happen so that you can also go undertake the road of co-innovation with your customer.
Don't start to think and even to co-innovate with you don't have a benefit for the customer. Make sure you have the right mix in the room. If not, it can get cumbersome. You need to be able to invest time. And you need to ask the customer to invest time. It's not, let's say, not the minimal thing that we're asking for. Time is valuable.
Another very important aspect is that you need to find the people with the right mentality. Mm-hmm. You need to find early adopters. It's a journey, so don't bring them in for your validation or testing. I think you got customer feedback. Yes, you get customer feedback, but it's far too late and it's minimal impact that you can make at that point. So really get them started in a perfect world before you even start coding the first line. Pushing our customers to really think in lean principles and not really come up with a list of unmanageable requirements. Let's say, what can we do in 6 months? And we have 6 months waves in development. So really slice and dice that and say, what are your top priorities? Let's get them in and get started with that and get that on the road. And then we can add in the next waves.
I think what we overall as SAP have a unique opportunity to do one thing at the customer, is to have an IT guy and a business guy together at one table. Now what I mean is we can really bridge that gap. We have not been very, experienced and forthcoming in talking with the business guy, but I think we need to challenge that. We need to really be bold and understand what he does, and he will respect that.
So that's it, folks. You've heard from Sven and Thomas about some of our efforts at SAP regarding co-innovation.